It's another case. Now we're still trying to figure out where exactly did Rava and Abaye have an argument. So we already knocked out one possibility. If the object has a sign on it, they're not arguing. Because if you picked it up already, and before the person had a sign on it, before the person gave up hope, and you even hear them, the halacha is you have to return it. Even if you know they're miyayish, you have to return it. Because we spoke out yesterday that you had an obligation to give it to them. So here also, you're holding it for them, and yish doesn't work when there's a person holding it for the other person, for the owner. The Gemara takes out another situation now. Here we go. Bizuto shel yam, in the sea, in the vastness of the sea, got swept in ubeshaluso shel nar, or it was brought into this riverbed. The afa, if you find it there, then afal gav de ispe simin, even if it has a simin on it, even if it does have a simin, Rachmana Sharia. Rachmana means the merciful one. It's a reference to Hashem. Sharia allows it. Like kedebeina, like we are going lemeimar, to say lekaman. Very important word. Further on, we're going to say this later on. There's a pasuk that actually allows you, once it gets lost to the world, it gets into a zutel shalyam. It's like in the sea. Then even if it has a siman, the Torah says you don't have to worry that the owner maybe didn't give up hope or they will ever come back to him. It's considered gone. You're allowed to take it. So there also, Rav and Abaye did not argue about whether or not you're allowed to keep it. You find it in a riverbed, you're allowed to keep it. If it has a siman and it wasn't on a riverbed, you're definitely not allowed to keep it. When do they argue? Says the Gemara. Ki pligi, when do they argue? Bidavar she'ein bo siman. Their whole argument is by an object that does not have a siman. So you could think of a million things like that. You find a pencil, a pen, a classic thing of scissors, and it doesn't have anything funny interesting about it. A water bottle, that is a classic type of water bottle. You find in MDS, an MDS water bottle without any markings on it. So in those cases, Abaye Amar lo havi yish. Abaye says it's not considered yish. If the owner didn't actually give up hope, then it doesn't make a difference that he would give up hope. It's not yish. Explains Abaye to halo yada denafal mine, because it's not yish. The owner doesn't even know that it fell from him. Rava argues. Rava Amar have a yish. It's enough that it would dilchi yada denafal, that when the owner does know that it fell from him, miyayish, he will be miyayish, because meimar Amar, he will certainly say, simana lesli begave, I have no sign on it. Mehash, so therefore, mehashta, from now, just like the song, hashta, bagala ubizman kariv, right? Hashta means now. Hashta, hu the miyayish. From right now already, he is miyayish. And that is the end of the next shir.